And this here is the one thing that allowed me to go from a few clients to having multiple clients across a variety of countries. Hey guys, it's Dami here from Clientele Boosters, and today I want to discuss the one thing that made it a lot easier to scale my agency. Now that one thing is not what you think it is. It's not about running ads. It's not about making more cold calls. It's about this one thing, and that one thing is being emotionally regulated. Allow me to explain. Now, succinctly, emotional regulation is the ability to make sure that your emotions are regulated. Go figure. Issue, or the thing that many young entrepreneurs struggle with, is that they are super stressed, or they'll lose a client and they get frantic and they're like, I can't do this anymore. What I realized was my ability to control my emotions allowed me to actually be a better leader, which allowed me to be a better persuader, influencer, and also a better manager for my team. So for example, let's just say you have a really tough week, you don't get any clients and you lose 3 clients. And let's just say for some reason you only have 5 clients, so you're back to 2 clients. The emotionally deregulated person, or the emotionally unregulated person, or whatever the correct term is, will start getting frantic. They might not want to pick up the phone. They might be too emotionally distraught. They might just want to, sit in that sorrow and that sadness. But an emotionally regulated person can be like, okay, let me call this client to find out why I lost that client. Where can we improve? Have that honest, direct conversation with them, and then they're going to use that as data to make better decisions when managing other clients, right? The emotionally regulated person is going to use that data and insight and then make those adjustments to the next client. The emotionally regulated person is going to leave such a positive aftertaste with that former client that former client might come back because that person handled that loss or perceived loss so well, right? So being emotionally regulated is super important. Now, here are a few things that I've done to remain emotionally regulated with heights and troughs. I've had months where I've lost 10 clients in a month. And I've had months where I've gained 12 clients in a month, right? Imagine having a week where you sign up 5-6 clients and make 7-8 grand. Like, and you're like on top of the world, like this is crazy, it's so good. And then, a few months later, maybe you have a really bad week and you lose 4 grand in a week of your LRR. I've had that happen to me in both the heights and the troughs. And some of the things that I've learned with emotional regulation is being able to breathe really slowly a lot of the time. Even the way I'm talking to this video, I'm using my chest, I'm using my stomach from my core to talk to you guys and to project certain emotions. The reason why this is important, even putting client churn and sales to the side, is because when you're communicating with a client, humans are very tribal creatures. I think it was Gary Brecker, he talked about something basically where, when you're talking to a screen, right, conviction, it transfers to the other person because all humans operate at a certain vibration. So if my operating system vibrates calmness, it exudes confidence, it exudes, trust, it's going to be a lot easier for people to trust me, but also to want to work with me in the long term because they know that I can be the bearer of bad news and still deliver it in a succinct and relaxed way. And I can also be the bearer of good news and deliver it in a way that makes sense to the occasion. Anyway, guys, those are a few quick reasons to why emotionally regulated entrepreneurs are able to not only 10x, 20x, 100x their companies, but also to live a bit longer. I mean, you want to be rich, but you also want to be rich into, the 50s, 60s, 80s, 100 years old. You don't want to just get rich and then, have your life cut short because you were so stressed and your cortisol was so high. And that's from someone that is still learning how to manage super high cortisol, because I was one of those people that could not sleep. Now I'm able to still work really hard, still have those strong emotions, but have that emotional regulation to know how to balance them out and rebalance myself. Quick tips, if you like this, guys, you know where to find me, clienteleboosters.net. There's going to be links in the description if you want to learn more about what we do and how we help companies that are doing $500,000 to $1 million a year scale by creating mega communities. Till next time, much love, peace.